best month ever, the first thing we have to do is commit that we're going to have our best month ever. And what that means is, Bianca, you have to tell your family and your friends that you're about to have your best month ever. So don't bug me. Don't call me, ask me to go to Starbucks, and don't ask me to come to your picnic on a Saturday, because I'm about to have my best month ever, and I can't put up with stuff that doesn't help me have the best month ever. If the Olympics were on June 1st, would you take time off in May in preparation of the Olympics? So we got to make the commitment. What does that mean? Number two, we got to calendarize the month. Today is May 1st. We have to go through with ourselves, our family, and our friends and look at the month of May and figure out, when can I work? When am I obligated not to work? Now, one of our great clients, Dan Callis, his son is getting married Saturday. So would anybody want to guess that he's probably not working Saturday? But we had the conversation. I said, what are you doing Sunday? He goes, well, my son is getting married Saturday. I'm like, how long are you going to live in the past? Your son got married Saturday. What's that got to do with you Sunday? The only way you can't work on Sunday is if you drink too much on Saturday, celebrate too much, then you lose one of the best days of the year. Then I added that 55% of all marriages end in divorce, so don't take it too serious, and that didn't go over very well either. But understand, guys, there are a couple things you have to do during the month of May. Plan them, but make them an on-off switch. On May 9th, I'm doing X at 3 o'clock. What time are you driving there? 2. So from 2 to 3, you're driving. Then from 3 to 5, you're doing whatever it is. Then get back to work at 5:30. See, some of you have children that play sports. During the month of May, my kids played baseball. Now, T-ball is better than Little League because T-ball is 1 hour. Little League, the kids throw the ball, the games are forever. But if the game's at 11, I would say to my wife, Will has a game today at 11. I'll be there at the game 10 minutes early. And I would hope she would say, you're my hero. You're going to work. Thank you for going the struggle and the rejection all morning. I'll take care of everything. But the reality was, so I got to get the kids ready by myself. You're not going to be here? Yeah, I'm going out to hunt buffalo. I got to work. The kids' game at 11 means I work till 10:30. Then I drive to the game. I loosen my tie, turn off my phone, and for the next hour and a half, I watch my kid in outfield do nothing or do something. It doesn't matter. Then we go to ice cream or Chuck E. Cheese, and then we're back home at 1, and I go back to work. It's May. I don't use the game at 11 as a reason not to work the whole day. I loved watching my kids play sports, and we go to Chuck E. Cheese or ice cream after, and then I go back to work. You got to calendarize the days. So for my Mormon friends who I love and adore, your founder, John Smith, from this town of Gilsum, I sent some of you the plaque. The post office is in the living room of somebody's house, and that's where your founder, John Smith, was born, about 100 yards away from where I'm standing. So don't send anybody to my house. I'm not converted. You guys don't have to work on Sunday. The rest of you, you have to work. Sunday is the easiest day to make appointments. Sunday is the easiest day to get contracts signed. I mean, think about it. How many people do we have that don't work on Sunday because they need to rest up from not earning money all week? So calendarize the whole month. When you can't work, and you should work the rest of the days. Number 3, we have to figure out the best hours of every day. So Jake Geckler, one of my favorite people from Las Vegas, Jake and I had a bet, didn't we, Jake?
Yeah.
And our first bet was what? Could you tell everybody and what the rewards were?
Is to take 8 listings in the month of March.
And have you
And
ever taken 8 listings before in 1 month?
no,
And so I said, if you take 8 listings in the month of March, what will I do?
you'll take 500 off my coaching.
And did I take $500 off your coaching call?
Yeah.
To which my wife said, really? Is that the bet you're making? That's a smart bet. And I said, Jake is going to make so much money. It's the best 500 we ever spent. And then I tried to get my money back, didn't I, Jake?
Yeah, we did it
And then
again.
I said, okay, let's redo the bet from April 15th to May 15th. And what was the bet we made?
Does it take, I think, 8 listings again during that
10.
4 weeks? And we already took 9 so far.
Yeah, our bet was that if you didn't take 10 listings in May, from April 15th to May 15th, you had to give me back my $500, huh?
Yeah.
And how many have you taken since April 15th?
9.
You guys see how much abundance is in all of us?
Yeah.
The man has been working with me. He's fantastic. I've got the easy part. I blow the whistle. He's doing all the work. He's never taken 8 listings a month, but for $500, he'll take 800 listings. And then here's the funny part. To not pay me $500, he'll go take 10. Do you see how much abundance is available to us if we just prioritize our day? So, Jake, to take 10 listings in what is approximately 16 days, did a couple things have to come off your calendar so you could get those listings?
Yeah. Like all my admin.
Yeah. There we go. Do you guys hear that? All of his admin had to come off to get the 10 listings. And Jake, approximately how much is each listing worth to you commission-wise?
At least 10,000. Got a couple that are like 25, 30.
So here's my challenge for Jake, to mentally think I can take 10 listings in 15 days and make 100,000. That means I can take 15 to 20 listings a month. So Jake, there's no reason someone like you working with me can't do 2 million in the next 12 months now, huh? See, it's only 1 or 2 months, guys, of Jake realizing he has the max skill set of 8 to 10 listings a month. So now if he doesn't do it, it's really kind of sad to have that much potential. And Jake, I'm okay with us on the end of May revisiting our goal for 12 months and increasing it a lot more, because you got mad skills, dude.
Thank you. Sounds good.
So we got to figure out the best hours every day. So Jake, you're in Vegas. It's getting hot. Calling at 11 o'clock in the morning or calling at 7 o'clock at night, which one has the better results?
What was the first one? 11 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, and you call 11 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
or you call at 7 o'clock at night, which one has the best results?
7 o'clock at night, actually. People are usually more available. Way
So
more.
when we look at the best hours, would it be fair to say that we should probably prospect every single month of May?
Yeah. Either early in the morning or late at night.
Please. We have to make sure that we're prospecting during the times people want to answer their phone or answer their door, not when it's convenient for us. So we got Mike Sampson from Seattle, one of the greatest agents in North America. Mike has a great sales price that most of us would be jealous of. Mike, what is your average sales price?
Average sales price, I don't know, but the average commission is about 33 grand.
I don't know about you, but I love a 33 grand commission. Mike and I have been working on door knocking, and I'm not going to give all the secrets out because many of the people aren't in coaching and they haven't paid for this, so I'm not going to let them have it. But Mike, overview. You make decent money door knocking?
Yes.
When are people home in Seattle?
Same time frame. In the morning until about 11, and then the evenings, which I could certainly be better about hitting them in the evenings.
And so, Mike, in Seattle, what time does the sun go down now in the month of May?
It's late. I'm going to say 7:45.
So you can door knock till 7:30, and in the month of May, it'll add another 2 or 3 minutes per day. So by the end of May, you can door knock till 8 because it's light till 8:30.
Right.
You guys don't know this, and it's unimportant, but I was a meteorologist in my past life, and so I know summer solstice is June 21st. Is the longest day of the year. So if you need to know about meteorological issues, I can coach you on those as well. It doesn't pay anything. That's why I'm in real estate. So we got to pick the best hours of every day to prospect. And Mike, are more people home on a Saturday afternoon or a Wednesday afternoon?
Saturday.
So would you be outdoor knocking this coming Saturday from like 1 to 5?
Yes.
See, guys, we can't go out and work when we want. We go out when the customers are home. So for the month of May, I'm going to ask you to work a full day Saturday. And for whatever reason, realtors think that going into the office and doing a couple hours of BS work on Saturday, calling 3 or 4 leads, well, all of a sudden they worked a full day. I had this wonderful speaking engagement in Richmond, and I talked about a full day of Saturday, and this girl goes, I work a full day. Tell me about it. Oh, Saturday, I was in the office getting ready for a home inspection. I don't know how you get ready for a home inspection. I don't know if you stretch, what you do to get ready for a home inspection as a realtor. I said, when's the home inspection? She goes, not till Monday. Then what did you do? Well, I met one of my clients for lunch. Okay. And we put up a sold sign on the property at 2 o'clock. And I said, well, not to make you mad, but to make you mad. You didn't work at all. You went to lunch with a past client and hung up a sold sign. I hang up sold signs at 5:30 in the morning when no one's around, traffic-wise. There's no reason to get ready for a home inspection. There's a realtor that was hiding from her family for the full day. But she's trying to convince herself she worked a full day. And Winston, you know this, a full day is actually finding people to talk to, yeah?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. In the month of May, we need to call all of our past clients in Sphere. Ryan Hawthorne, welcome back to the show. How are you, man? Are you able to talk on this, or I just see your pretty face?
Hey, Steve.
Man, go ahead and inform me you guys are working together. Welcome back, man. We're so glad to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, we missed you, and we're gonna make you millions of dollars, buddy. Tell everybody where you're from so they can send you the referrals you deserve.
The big town of Monroe, Louisiana.
Nice. Are your average commissions like our buddy Mike Sampson, $33,000 a piece?
Yeah, no. I got to sell about 10 of them.
Yeah, but see, guys like Ryan, because their average commission is a little bit lower, or in his case, a lot lower, we have to work a lot more on his work and skills to get the income he deserves. So in the month of May, we want to call all our past clients in Sphere. And the way I want you to do it is I want you to download them in your auto dialer. Now, just start calling them. 3 rings and a hang up. No messages. So if you have 200, and I'm keeping the numbers metrically simple for my Canadian friends, in the month of May, just hit the auto dialer. Now, if you're really smart, you'll have a screen for your past clients and a screen for regular calling. And about every 10th person will pick up, and you do your past client script, and we have a great one in the members-only login on Watson Powers. For those of you who are in a coaching, go to the login. It's under there. You use your past client script, and you chat with them and go through that. If they don't pick up, don't leave a message. So I'm going to try them on the 2nd, which is tomorrow. I'm going to try them on Saturday. I'll try them on Monday. I'll dial it again Wednesday. I'll dial it next Saturday. I'm going to try them 5 to 10 times throughout the month. And honestly, Ray, if you were my past client and you saw me call you 8, 9, 10 times a month, would I be imprinting my name into your memory?
Yes, you would.
So when Ray is driving out with his wonderful wife, Christina, who makes the greatest chocolate chip cookies in the entire world. Now, I only know that because when Ray joined our coaching, his wife owned a bakery. They sent us chocolate chip cookies. And I've been told they're the greatest chocolate chip cookies. Are they the best ever, Ray?
They're pretty good. You should try her sourdough bread. It's even better.
Well, see, Ray sent it to our corporate headquarters, which happens to be Gordon's office. So Gordon called me eating a chocolate chip cookie and go, hey, your client Ray sent me these chocolate chip cookies. You or us? Well, it was to Watson Powers, Steve, but you're not here. and they go bad if I don't eat them. So I appreciate the fact that I didn't eat them, but they're fantastic. So when Ray and Christina are together and I'm their realtor and I'm calling and they don't pick up, Christina's going to say to Ray, who was that? Oh, that's our realtor, Steve Powers. We're imprinting in their head, we're calling, even if they don't pick up, and 50% won't pick up. Ray, are we imprinting your name into their head?
Yes, we are.
At the end of the month, Ray, you've tried them 6, 8, 10 times. Would it be fair to say that some of those past clients in Sphere will call you back wondering why you're calling so much?
They will.
Now we can chat. And Ray, at the end of the month, the last week of May, that's when you leave a message. And if you're unprofessional, you do a, hi guys, it's your realtor, Ray Stendel, was calling because we've sold houses in your area. But a professional will say, I've got 100 people that haven't picked up. I'm going to spend the next 3 hours leaving 100 messages. Hi, Steve Powers, it's your realtor and friend, Ray Stendel, just calling to remind you still in real estate. The market is hot. We're selling properties left and right. Interest rates came down 0.25%. And now that you know the market is strong, I have a question about you and Bernadette's house. Please, Steve, call me today, your realtor and friend, Ray Stendel, 555-1212, 555-1212. Now that's a personal message, right, guys? And they'll feel guilty. They should have picked up. So call all your past clients in Sphere in the month of May. Number 5, visit every for sale by owner that has a house open. I'm going to tell you guys, they either hold them open Saturday or Sunday. Go visit them. Now, here's where Bianca's smart. She drives by a by owner. There's 20 cars in front of the house. Bianca, you drive by a by owner, and there's 20 cars in front of the house. Do they need our services? We did this yesterday. You did it wrong again. We drive by a house with 20 cars in front.
So what do you say?
Do they need a realtor?
No.
No, but the buyers do.
You're only going to be there 10 minutes. You can't meet all their buyers. You drive by a house with nobody in front. They need us, right?
Then the seller needs you. You're right.
I see, understand, Bianca. I've got 20 buy owners to go to. I've got to find the ones that are ready to list this week. And when I drive by a house who's crowded with people, they're not going to hire me. But if I go to one where they're sitting there with 3 loaves of honey wheat bread because it makes the house smell good and there's no buyers, they're sitting around going, well, this isn't working. Do we need to hire a realtor? And then Bianca shows up with that beautiful smile. I'm here to help you. But if you don't visit them, you're going to be like every other agent in your MLS. You're going to call them on Monday, and they get 100 calls on Monday, but nobody stopped by on Sunday, right, Bianca? This is work, guys. So many buy owners, this will be their last open house this weekend. And they're going to list with somebody they meet. Anybody have a buy owner ever tell them, I'm going to only meet with agents who showed my house? That connection, that DNA swap, that shaking hands, that breathing each other's breath is what gets the appointment. So visit every for sale by owner. And Watson Powers has a wonderful for sale by owner program and system. And for those of you who are in coaching, you know what it is, or will go to it. Justin, would you put on chat so they can ask for a free 15-minute call? We'll tell them about that. If you guys want to, go to the chat box for a free call on that. And you'll be coached by somebody like myself. I took 55 to 60 buy owners every year, and I only worked them 4 hours a week. It's relatively simple. Number 6, and this is a hard one. Eliminate all non-income activities for the month. It is not a time to go test drive a new car. We don't go to a dentist for a checkup. We don't decide, hey, I'm thinking about getting a manicure on my pedicure. I've never gotten a pedicure. Let me get one in May. anything that doesn't make you money, you got to take off your calendar. Because May is the easiest month to find buyers and sellers. You can't afford an hour here or an hour there doing unimportant things. So if you have a dentist appointment, move it to June. This is called running a business. So Doug Carey, can you talk for a minute? Might be monitoring. Chris Yoakum, can you talk? I like to pick people who
Yes,
don't.
sir. I'm good.
Well,
What's up?
Chris, if you were a manager at a Walmart, would you be allowed to take an afternoon off between Thanksgiving and Christmas to go get a pedicure?
No, sir.
Would you be able to take a day off to go check out the best insurance rates for your car?
No.
As a manager at Walmart, how many hours are you working between Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I don't know exactly what they do, but probably work nonstop.
It's 120 hours a week. Because I have a friend of mine who owns 10 Walmarts, and his managers are there almost every hour. Because, Chris, have you ever heard the term Black Friday?
Yes, sir.
Everybody thinks that's when everything goes on sale, but in retail, most stores, Walmart, Penny's, Target, they run in the red all year. They don't make any money for 11 months. Because if you've ever been to a Target on a Tuesday in April, there's you and 20 employees. Do you know what it costs to maintain a 30,000 square foot store and all that merchandise? And you got Chris walking in going, do you have a lid for my Yeti? Yeah, it's $4.95. Oh, good. We can close up shop. We made a big sale today. They bleed money 11 months, and they make it all up between Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is our Thanksgiving and Christmas, guys. I'm trying to get you to understand, this is not a time to get your teeth fixed unless you got a cavity that is killing you. But, Chris might thinking of joining Size Furling Hair Club for Men. Well, it's not the good month to do it, Chris. No non-income producing activities. Let's go to number 7. Work every Saturday night from 5 to 8 on the phones. Call the buy owners that held open that you visited. Hi, Winston, Steve Powers, Watson Powers Realty. How are you?
Doing well. How are you, Steve?
Winston, doing really well. Stop by around 2:30, met you and your wonderful wife at your beautiful house in Westlake Estates. Curious, how many contracts did you get this afternoon?
0.
You don't deserve that. See you in an hour. Now, you notice I don't go into, really? Are you familiar with what I do? Let me bore you with 5 minutes of information and then ask for the appointment. I'm slamming it. How many contracts did you receive? None. You don't deserve that. Make them a victim. See you in 1 hour. And that works on people who are sitting in their house with the 3 loaves of honey wheat bread going, I guess we got to hire a realtor. And then Winston calls. And he gets it not because he was taller or shorter or prettier than everyone else, which I'm sure he is. He got it because he called that he was next. Many times you will list a buy owner because you were next. It's like taking your kid to an emergency room who broke his or her arm. I want a doctor with a lab coat and a stethoscope. Please, anyone will do. When they decide they're done with this, the next realtor that calls and doesn't verbally vomit gets the appointment. And if you wait till Monday, Winston, you and 100 other realtors are calling, aren't you?
Yep. Absolutely.
Now, Winston, I don't know you that well. Are you married? Got a partner?
Married, 3 kids.
Wow. They need to know that dad's working Sunday night, so don't expect dad to be there. Because a guy like you could possibly say, well, I'm home. I'm not really dressed in my suit. Let me make the appointment for tomorrow. Well, there you are. Good job, man. And so you make the appointment for tomorrow, and you're never going to keep it. If you went in an hour, you would have gotten the signature, but you wanted it convenient, so you made it for Monday night, and there's 4 other realtors and somebody else got it. You got to go out right away. Brad Coons told me a story one time. I'll share with you. He sends me a picture of a cigar, and he goes, a $10,000 cigar. Brad, are you listening? Because you remember the story? Maybe not. And he said, I got to find out, because I know Brad, and he has good money, but not 10,000 cigar money. So I called Brad, and I said, so Brad, what's up with the 10,000 cigar? He goes, well, I went on a listing appointment earlier today. The guy said he was going to make a decision tomorrow, but I probably got it. I couldn't get him to hire me. I got home, put on my Tommy Bahama shirt, lit up the cigar, and then he called me. Brad, I've decided to go with you. You got the job. Do you want to meet tonight or tomorrow? And I just lit the cigar. My feet are in the pool. Traffic is awful at 5:30. I said, let's just do it tomorrow morning. Then the seller called Wendy Handy to tell her she didn't get the job. And an hour later, Wendy Handy called Brad to tell him she's got the signature. He doesn't need to go out tomorrow. The commission was $10,000. Because he didn't want to go out that night, Winston, his cigar cost him 10 large. Work on Sunday night. When they agree to meet with you, get your butt out there. Call the buy owners. Call the expireds for that weekend and the previous week. Call your leads. Jeff, does everybody have the same leads?
Yes, we do.
Duh. If you call them on Monday, you're 1 of 50. You call them on Sunday, you set the appointment. Number 8, like every business plan, you have to have goals, milestones. How many listing appointments you want to go on, how many listings you want to take, how many listings do you want to sell, how many buyer sales do you want to make, how many price reductions do you want to have for the month of May? See, Tanya, you're totally responsible for how many appointments you go on, because the activities you do will dictate how many appointments you make, right, Tanya? Tanya? Hello, Tanya. Hello, Tanya Nelson. Hello, take us off mute. Hello. See, people are afraid I'm talking to them. I am. There you go.
No, you said Tanya, so I was like, oh, maybe that's not me. Toya.
Tanya, my apologies. I'm trying to read a screen that's about 12 feet away, and so far I'm doing a wonderful job. See, you're totally responsible for how many appointments you make. Because if you work the right hours, will you talk to more people? If we're working 5 nights a week, we're going to talk to more people. If we're working on weekends, we're going to talk to more people. If we're working on Sunday night, we're talking to people when they can give us appointments. So we're responsible for how many appointments we make, how many listings we take, how many listings sell, how many buyer sales, and how many price reductions. So Toya, what's the one thing I didn't mention in our goal for the month of May?
One thing you did not mention?
Sure. Listings taken, listing appointments, listings sold, buyer sales, price reductions. What did I not calculate?
Contract signed?
What else? Listing takens and buyer sales.
I'll help her, Steve. It's closings.
Right, Winston. I don't care about closings. And we have closings. But Winston, let's stay on the line for a moment. This is why you don't want to care about closings, because you have no control over them. They close when they close when they close. Because here how unimportant you are, Winston. What's the most closings you ever had in one day?
In one day, 3.
Nice. That's a good day, yeah?
Absolutely.
Let's pretend you and I are working together. And in the month of July, the last day of July, you have 6 closings in one day. Is that a good day?
It's an amazing day. Yep.
Amazing day. How much money are you going to make on that?
God. 6, so 120.
Not bad for a couple thousand a month coaching fee, huh? So we have 6 closings on July 31st. You're driving to your first closing because the seller gave you notary or whatever. Meteor comes out of the sky, hits your car. 2 things are guaranteed. Number 1, you dead. Number 2, you are going to make the 6 o'clock news. But because you carry all your business cards, they flutter. Somebody picks one up, calls your office, and goes, "You aren't going to believe this. This guy, Winston, meteor, dead. Oh, it's terrible." Then the broker will call the title company, secretary, title company, "Yes, Winston, meteor, dead. Oh, it's terrible." Then the title secretary will walk into the title person, whisper in their ear, "Winston, meteor, dead. Hey guys, I got some bad news. Your agent, Winston, driving, meteor, dead." And they're all going to go quiet for about 20 seconds. And then what are they going to do, Winston?
They're still gonna close the deal without me.
You're dead. And it
Yep.
still happens.
Mm-hmm.
How can you plan that to be an activity?
Can't be.
You should go to closings when it's necessary to keep the deal together, or you need to rub some feet to get more referrals. But working with me, we don't go to closings. I had 200, 300 closings a year. I can't be at a closing every day. So we don't count closings because we can't control it. But listing appointments, listings taken, listings sold, buyer sales, and price reductions, the closings will happen, right, Winston?
Absolutely.
Number 9, every Friday afternoon, you should visit your week. You're a business person. This is Watson Powers. Excuse me, I'm really horrible with the green screen. You see why they didn't let me be on TV for meteorology? The low funds coming out of the Kanto plains. With Watson Powers, business coaching, every Friday, you should stop and say, how many presentations I make, how many contacts, how many people did I add to my sphere, how many listings did I sell, what did I do to practice? And then plan your Saturday or Sunday accordingly. Now I'm going to give you a suggestion. If you're like Jason Osborne and you had a great week where you took 9 listings and you're way ahead of your goal, keep working, Jason. Because let me tell you, if you're coached by me, we go over the book, The Tortoise and the Hare. And Bianca, you ever read the book, The Tortoise and the Hare? It's a wonderful fable. The hare bragged in the whole woods how fast he was. Nobody was faster than the hare. And then one day, bragging away, the tortoise said, "I can beat you," and everybody laughed. And there was a day of the big race, and the gun went off, and the hare took off, and the tortoise went really slow. And the hare was so far ahead, you guys know the story? He took a nap. And then the tortoise passed the hare and won the race. And everybody said in the wood, the tortoise is the fastest thing in the wood. And the moral of the story is slow and steady wins the race. You guys ever heard that moral? Here's my version. The hare took off, won the race, went back and made turtle soup, and then took a nap. Beat the snot out of your May. Work your ass off in May. Extract every dollar possible from May. Rest in June. Don't rest during the month. Everybody agree? Every Friday, visit what you did, what worked, what didn't, and fix it. And finally, number 10, which is the one everybody has trouble with, you have to practice at the highest level. For those of you that have the great privilege of coaching, we use golf analogies all the time because it's very similar to real estate. It's an alone business. The average professional golfer hits between 5,000 and 7,000 golf balls a day in practice. And there's nobody there. There's no crowd. There's no caddy. There's no coach. They show up every morning at 7. They hit balls till 4. I know that because Ian Poulter plays at the club I play in Lake Nona, Florida. He's there every day hitting balls by himself with his ear pods, with his little computer TrackMan. Every day by himself. He plays in 15 tournaments a year, but he hits somewhere around 3 million balls a year to hit 800 balls in competition. So we got to practice at the highest level. And my email address is steve@watsonpowers.com. If you're in our coaching and you want a role play partner, send it to me. If you're not in our coaching, we'll hook you up with a role play partner. Send me an email. Bonus. and this is real important. Identify the one or two things that during the month of May you're going to be great at. Jeff, have you ever heard that a person who's good at everything is great at nothing?
Heard that, yeah.
I'm great at a few things in real estate. Can I tell you what they are, Jeff?
Tell me.
I'm great at setting appointments.
You
I
are.
can set appointments. I'm great at getting signatures. I'm great at price reductions. Because those three things make me the most amount of money to be great at. If I can get signatures, I can get, if I can get appointments, I can get signatures, I can get price reductions, I'm making bank, right, Jeff?
Right?
There's a lot of stuff I'm not good at. Can I share with you, Jeff?
What is it?
I don't know how to do a CMA. I haven't done a CMA in 30 years, but I have people that I can pay to do CMAs for me. I don't know how to put a listing agreement onto a DocuSign. Jeff, you know how to do that?
Yes.
I don't. But if you put a listing agreement on my DocuSign, on my email, I get somebody to sign it. See, I don't spend a lot of time on things that don't make me money. And a lot of you are really good at admin things. We call them AISs in my office, asses in seats. They're there sitting down all day doing all sorts of stuff they're good at, and they got no what, Jeff?
Ain't got no money.
Don't be great at things that aren't making you a profit. Well, Steve, I'm on Habitat for Humanity. I'm chairman. I'm happy you're giving back. You're building houses for people that aren't paying commissions. How can you go home to your family and tell them we have to cut back on our cable TV? We don't have any money. I spent all week building a house for somebody who's not paying us. That's just irresponsible. And I'm not saying don't give back, but in the month of May, I can't make the meetings. I got to go earn some coin. So identify the one or two things that you want to be great at by the end of May. If you're in our coaching schedule, send it to me. Send me to say, Steve, in the month of May, here's what I want to make sure that we are great at. We are great at. Not 5 things, 1 or 2. And if you're not in our coaching schedule, go to the chat box. Our link is in there. Let's schedule a 15-minute call. I'll show you how to be great at something. I've had the good fortune of doing these calls over 90,000 times. I've done 90,000 half-hour calls. You're not going to throw something on me, Sydney, or Gordon that we haven't heard before. And we're hoping you will, but probably not. Pick 1 or 2 things you want to be great at and nothing else, which goes back to number 6. Don't work on non-income activities. Well, I'm trying to decide, do I want to change my CRM from A to B or C? This is not a time to change your CRM. This is not a time to find a new barber. This is not a time to decide I need to get a car that's slightly hybrid for better gas mileage. I don't know what market you're in, but I do know Desiree. And I know she's one of the greatest agents in North America. And I can tell you that in where she lives, Raleigh, North Carolina, there are between 30 and 50 homes listed every day. That means she can have one every day because she's got the skill set. And she has a corporate background in accounting, so she understands the numbers. Guys, this isn't off season. This is on season. Does that make sense? Be greedy as heck. That's my what to do for May. But could we apply that to every single month? Because it's the same. Questions, concerns, issues on this? Click here to schedule a free call. Okay, click there, yeah.
I think somebody in the comments wanted you to review the 10 again.
Number 1, commit to be the best month ever. Number 2, calendarize the month. Make sure that you're working every day, and if you're not working, try to figure out how we minimize that. Number 3, work the best hours every day. As an agent, going way back when we sold caves, as an agent, I would say to my wife and kids, see you in June. Don't expect me home. Because it wasn't uncommon, we would list 30 to 40 listings in the month of May. Because in Virginia, 65% of all the residential resale homes are listed between March 15th and July 1st. It is Christmas season. Number 4, call the past clients to Sphere. Number 5, visit every buy owner on weekends. Number 6, no non-income activities. Number 7, work every Sunday night unless you're one of my great Mormon clients. I don't want you to go to heck on me, so don't work Sunday night. Number 8, make sure you have a plan for listing presentations, listings taken, listings sold, buyer sales, and price reductions, how many you want. On Friday night, run it like a business. Visit your entire business for the week. What worked, what didn't, what adjustments, what money you made, etc. And number 10, and it's not the least important, it's just number 10, practice at the highest level possible, guys. Okay? When you watch Michael Jordan play in the playoffs, they were practicing hard for the playoff games than they were for regular games. Quick story, Steve Kerr had a plastic mask on his face with a broken nose. And this was on like game 3 of the playoffs. And everybody was wondering why he broke his nose. And then the rumors got out. And then later on, reporter, did you and Michael Jordan get in a fight? Oh, yeah, we got in a fight. We're in the playoffs. You guys are fighting? What happened? We have no refs in our practice. Michael Jordan doesn't slow down in practice. He was elbowing me all the time, and I got sick of it. I told him to knock it off or I'd punch him in the face. So he ran right through me. I got up, I punched him in the face. He broke my nose. This is practice before finals games. Oh, 6 championships won. And for those of you who want to say that LeBron James is the greatest ever, he's the greatest flopper ever. They got their butt handed to him last night. He doesn't practice at that level. You got to be like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. Practice at the highest level during the hardest month. They go hand in hand. And then finally, identify 1 or 2 things you want to be great at in the month of May. So let's all be Michael Jordan during the month of May. Let's all be Tiger Woods. Let's put in the work ethic. Let's put in the time to have the greatest May ever. You guys okay with that? I'm Steve Powers of Watson Powers Coaching. If you want to have a coaching call, give us a call. If you're our client, if you're one of our great clients, every one of you has my phone number. I work 24/7. Call me. I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a profitable May.
Thanks, Steve.